Hello everybody, this is Generation 1 Red Alert coming back at you. And today, after taking a short break, I am here to do a new review of Siege Starscream. And I really do enjoy this figure. It looks really good. I finally have a Voyager sized Starscream that doesn't suck like from the previous Combiner Wars line. Not Combiner Wars, but you know, the Prime trilogy. The Combiner Starscream. That was just terrible. So yeah, this is a very nice, very well done. There's a lot of detail on the plastic, and I like that. It does get a bit overwhelming, but it does turn out pretty nicely. You get the null rays here in robot mode. They're a pretty decent head sculpt. I do have a light above them, but it's not shining bright enough to let's turn that off. I don't need that on. Yep. So let's do a couple size comparisons on this guy. Honestly, he reminds me of the Starscream you see on the cover of the Marvel first generation comics for the Transformers. I think it was issue 50 when he was like giant sized, almost standing on the planet Earth, taking up the entire thing, trying to destroy everyone. The detail reminds me of that. Let me get you a size comparison here. First with the Deluxe Chug Starscream. Mighty bit taller. And people loved these figures back in the day, but with how these are coming out and becoming vastly superior, in my opinion, I believe, and the fact they're Voyager size, which Starscream should have been a Voyager size versus a deluxe size with these Chug Seekers. The F-15 Eagle jet mode on these is superb. It is a great looking figure, but even though this is a Tetrajet, he is still better than that one, in my opinion. Next size comparison is the next figure, Starscream, that I have. And that is the War for Cybertron, I believe, Starscream. And he is also a Decepticon, not a Decepticon, but a Cybertronian mode jet. And I mean, I love that head sculpt. It's very good. These figures were nice. They weren't enough to dethrone the Chugs as people's legitimate favorites, but most people collected them anyway and kept one for Cybertronian mode and one for Earth Alt mode. So he is great, but again, he is better. And for articulation, the head does go back and forth. That's good. Shoulders can go up that far, and it can go all the way around once you move the wings out of the way. Now, I like the way you can take the shoulder out like that and then butterfly it forward to kind of give the Starscream, you know, giving the bots both barrels. Very nice. Put the arms down. Now to show you the wings. You can take the wings and swing them back and forth. They're also on a hinge to lift them up some, to give them more of an angle. And I change it every now and then. I think the wings are great. He does have waist articulation. Hips can go forward and backwards. Forward very far, back not so far, just because of the bottom of the alt mode, which is on the back. But it does cut out far enough right there. Can go straight out at the hip, which is great. I like that. Does have a knee joint, very deep knee joint for transformation. Best part is, as a lot of people have shown, is Hasbro actually included a spring-loaded cover to go over the gap back here, so it's not an empty void back there. It's there, and it gets out of the way for transformation. So it just push that in some. There you go. It only goes in a little bit for robot mode unless you really tweak it. But it's pretty good. Very, very intuitive or ingenious, however they want to do it. Feet are nice. They do have front to back. They do have a little less side to side articulation than most of the Siege ones do. But this is pretty cool. You can actually tilt the feet way far forward and a little bit back. But I mean, that is pretty good. Move the toe a little bit up and down, but that's just, you know, that's transformation alt mode there. And with that articulation, whoops, got kind of messed up back there. With that articulation, let's go ahead and handle transformation now. Just remove these is easy enough. I take the feet, push them together, take the chest and pop it and move it upwards a little bit. Pop it up like that. Take the back shoulder pylons, push them away. They'll come unpegged from right here into those slots. You just slide down the front cone to the front, and then just peg these together like that. Now, take the head and I generally use something to pop this out, but there's a little panel right here behind the neck that swivels into the body. Take that, pry it out, just like that. Take that tab, peg it into that port right on the back of the head. Sometimes the angle gets a bit odd, but once it's in, just fold it straight back to where he's looking backwards up into his shell. Now just take the waist, rotate it around, take the legs, bend them back using that spring-loaded spot. You have these sections right here which are going to tab into these long slots at the back of the hip. They tab in very snugly. They don't click, but they just tab in. I'm going to take the arms. This is part of the one thing on him that's rather lazy. There's no locking point for these. They just kind of just sit there. There is enough tension, but it doesn't help a whole lot. Swing the fist into the body, into the cavity, and then take the double joint and rock it up to put that together. Again here, Open it up, slide, rotate the fist in, rock it up on that double joint, and close. Now, there are 2 slots right there, which are going to peg onto those 2 pegs on the leg. And again, right there and there, the arm kind of slides down. That's part of the reason for the butterfly joint. That connects to that. Now just take the whole shell of the Tetrajet, bring it all the way down until it rests against the legs. Swing the wings down, and bring this front part and tuck it behind there. Both sides. Then take these 2 posts right here. They will peg into the 2 longer slots right there. 1, 2. Make sure those like to come out easily enough. Make sure it's all nice and tucked in, closed nicely. Take the back, which has the thruster bits, slide them down over the face, and then take the chest piece and swing it up and into position to cover the back. Now some reviewers and folks are calling this a faux chest. That's not a faux chest, that's the real chest. This is the faux chest, because usually the chest is the amber part that goes on the front of the jet. No, I mean, this is a bit, I don't want to call it lazy, but this is the best they can do with what they were working with, how much they can throw into engineering. I mean, it's not horrible, especially if you're displaying it, you're going to display it facing out like that. So, I mean, how are you going to see it? Very much, not much at all. So, here he is in alt mode, Tetrajet mode, and that looks great. I really do like it. It does look like a Colonial Viper from Battlestar Galactica. Which doesn't bother me any. I really like the show. Toy Hacks has a add-on sticker set for this, which greatly improves the look, gives him more lines, and gives him the top edge piece of this to make the Tetrajet look more like a triangle versus this little stump top on top. And I'm going to be trying to pick that up, and if I do, I will do a review on it. This guy looks great. Give me just a moment and bring in the other 2 in alt mode to see how they look. Alright, and here he is with Chug Starscream. Honestly, nose to nose, Chug is a little bit longer. But oh well, he folds up a lot better. Color schemes are very close to the same. Very nicely done. There's your bot mode underneath there. And there's your yoga bot mode under there. And here's War for Cybertron. And that height length comparison is a little more accurate. War for Cybertron, Tetrajet Starscream. War for Cybertron, Siege Starscream. Very nice, but I still prefer this one. And you can take the null rays, put them in there on each side or underneath the wings. I prefer the wings because that's where they're supposed to be in the jet mode, is under the wing. Okay, in ending, this is a very good jet. And Thundercracker and Skywarp have already been confirmed. Thundercracker will be another individual Voyager release, and he does look very nice. The Skywarp irritates me a little bit because they're throwing him in with 3 other repaints of the Battle Masters, you know, the weapons, or the Weapon Masters, whatever they're called. It's gonna be $50. I gotta pay $50 for a frickin' Skywarp. Why couldn't they have done that with Thundercracker? Oh my god, it's just irritating. So I'm gonna have to find a way to afford that mess. But that's gonna do it. This is the review of Transformers, War for Cybertron, Siege, Voyager class Starscream, and he is a must get. I'm pretty sure all of them are going to be must gets. So, have a great day. Hope to see you around sometime. Bye.